Good afternoon. Welcome back to Voices of Courage Asia channel. And this is Lilian here, your host for this lunchtime chat, this weekly lunchtime chat, where we talk everything about, going from being paralyzed by fear, self-doubt, and limiting beliefs to living a life of courage, purpose, and significance. Okay, so today I am going to, chat a little bit about I'm going to ask you questions, right? I know this is your lunchtime and you want to eat and as well as, have some thoughts to think about, especially after you finish your lunch. These are some thoughts for you, okay? So the question today is, do you have a growth roadmap? I know we all eat to keep ourselves healthy, to grow physically, right? Our body needs the fuel, needs the food to be healthy and to grow, right? But how about our brain? How about your mindset? How about your personal development? Are you growing? Are you still being consistently being trapped in certain patterns that you are very frustrated with? Right? Do you want to break out of those self-sabotaging patterns? Right? So if you want to, then do you have a growth roadmap in place? So that is my question that we want to go talk a little bit about that today. And before we jump into that, I just want to welcome all those who are listening in for the very first time. Welcome to this channel. Right? Do click and subscribe to this channel. Share it with as many women as you know, so that you can add value to another woman's life. Right? Because you never know who wants to have a breakthrough and paralyzed by fear and they really needed to hear this message. Okay, so thank you for subscribing, like and share, right? Facebook as well as the YouTube, Voices of Courage Asia. Okay, now here we go. Now, I just want to show you a very quick, let me show you one slide, right? Just one slide. Let me just get that. Oops, just let me get that up. Share slide. Oh dear, where do I share? Give me one second. I forgot where do I share the slide. Oh yeah, here we go. Screen. What happened? Okay. Window. Chrome. Oh, here we go. Yes, there it is. Okay, just give me 1 second. Let's put this up so that you can see this as well. Yes, can you see that? Yeah. Okay, my apology. I think today the internet is not very strong, so just bear with me for a few minutes, right? I won't take long. But here you can see the self-development roadmap that I put in place for my community. Now, for those of you who are engaging coaches and mentors out there, especially, if you invested in coaching programs, questions that you may want to ask, right, your coach is to whether or not, they have a community, right, and do they have a growth roadmap, a development roadmap for you, right, because we want to see results, right, because you engage coaches to support you in your journey to have your breakthrough in your personal goals or professional goals. So having that roadmap is very important because if you don't know where to go, where you're heading, and then you just go aimlessly, that's not the way, right? So over here at Class Living and our coaching programs, we always have a framework. And of course, those of you who are familiar with my coaching, I always use the Courage Blueprint, right? Which is in general, the 3 A's. And last week, I talked about what are you preparing for? What are you preparing for in the next season of your life? So while you are preparing for it, you also want to know how to get there, isn't it? So here is a very simple roadmap, a very generic one. I thought I just want to share with you because this is the roadmap I created for my community, Women of Courage Asia. And I'm very, very inspired by Matthew Arnold's quote. He said this: if there ever comes a time when the women of the world comes together purely and simply for the benefit of mankind, it will be a force such as the world has never known. When I heard this for the very first time, I literally had goosebumps because I resonated so much with it. I'm sick and tired of visiting communities and um, where there's agenda, where there's alternative agenda in and nothing wrong with that. Everyone has an agenda and a goal for whatever they want to do. But you want to find alignment, right? You want to find alignment for whichever community that you're joining, for whichever coach that you're engaging. You want to find that alignment because your goal, ultimately, at the end of the day, you want to break through from your own personal self-sabotaging patterns, right? So uh, it's okay to have you as the priority, right, for that period, for that season, because you're working in yourself, you're investing in yourself. So definitely you want to see results. Yeah. So in our community, we have this roadmap, and we want to awaken the courage of every woman and ignite your power, right? Your power of influence in leadership. So therefore, we don't just, start by creating awareness. We don't just look at your own identity instead of trying to mimic and trying to be somebody else. We encourage you to discover your own unique self, right? Your unique, authentic self. Nobody can be you. You're the best version of yourself, and only you can bring the solutions to the problems in this world that only you can solve, right? And in this community, we have the mentoring. We support each other through mentoring each other, peer mentoring, peer coaching. Yeah, the support system that is in place. And of course, we hope to encourage each one to become a servant leader, right? We work towards servant leadership. After you work on yourself, it is not just about yourself anymore, right? You want to serve others as well, serve the people around you, right? Serve your loved ones, serve those who need the gifts and talents that you have, the solutions that you have, right? That you can solve. Yeah, the problems that only you can solve. And we don't just stop there. We want to move on to being a transformational leader. All right. So the ultimate goal is to become a transformational leader with a servant's heart. With a servant's heart. Yeah. So that is a very quick overview of the roadmap that I have put in place for my community, Women of Courage Asia. And I hope that if you resonate with that, if it's something that you're looking for, come and join us because it is free, right? It is free and it is a pro bono community. Yeah. So some of you may be asking, why free? Is there maybe the personality type 6, the Enneagram type 6, the skeptic, you'll be asking, what's the ulterior motive you have here? What's the agenda you have behind all this? Well, simply put, because many of us who are building this community, we went through our own personal challenges. We went through those challenges ourselves. Come and listen to the stories of courage, at the last Tuesday of every month. You'll get to hear all the stories, how these women overcome their challenges. And because we have overcome that, and because we have received the support that was given to us, therefore, we simply want to give back. Just like what Matthew Arnold said, if there ever comes a time where the women of the world come together purely and simply for the benefit of mankind, it will be a force such as the world has never known. And I want to be part of that force. And I'm calling out to all women out there to come and be part of this force, right? Be the voice of courage so that more women will break free from their prison of fear. Okay, so my question to you today is, do you have a growth roadmap? What is your self-development roadmap? If you have not had any roadmap, it's about time to think about it, right? Think about how you're going to prepare yourself for the best version of you, okay? Discovering your purpose and calling in life. Yeah, so because during the coaching session, I realized one thing. Many women who are very successful, after they achieve the accolades, the different achievements, be it material achievements, be it financial achievements, be it title achievements, after all that achievement, what's next? What's next? Yeah. And many who are very uh, uh, financially doing well, but are not happy. Why? Why? Yeah. So we want to go deeper, right? So this channel is, with the topics we discuss goes deep. Okay. So um, if you are just starting out in your personal development journey, welcome. We welcome you on this exciting journey. Now start with awareness, right? Discovering yourself in the many areas that you may be not aware of, right? That you are behaving in a very automatic way, very automatic. It may be a self-supporting, very supportive automatic behavior, which is good. You want to be aware of that as well, so that you can keep doing what works for you. But if that self-automatic behavior is a self-sabotaging one, then you want to be really aware of that and break that cycle. Okay, so come join us in our community. Like I mentioned, it's pro bono, and we have our monthly empower meeting every last Tuesday of the month, right? But if you're a female entrepreneur, then you say, Lilian, how about I'm a female entrepreneur, I want to work on my business. Well, we have another platform as well called Her Courage Business Network, right? That is where all our female entrepreneurs come together to support each other, refer businesses to each other. So basically what I'm doing here is building an ecosystem, building an ecosystem to support women, because we always hear people say, right, well, women supporting women. Yeah, yes, it may sound nice, but what is the actual work that's being done? What are the actual work that's being done? So therefore, these two platforms, Women of Courage Asia and Her Courage Business Network, is to meet those needs. Okay. Yeah. And even the Connecting Mother Support Group. I have one more community which is called Connecting Mother Support Group to support mothers, right? Because I am a mother. I have two kids, right? But they are young adults now. So I understand the journey of being a new mom, being a young mom, and facing all the unknowns in parenting, in motherhood. Yeah, it can be very trying, and support is really needed. Therefore, I started Connecting Mother Support Group. So here you have 3 support groups. I think that's a good place to start, right? And they're all both Connecting Mother Support Group and Women of Courage Asia, both are pro bono, both are free. Right. Her Courage Business Networking is you come, it's also free unless you want to join the member. Right, to really seriously build your business. Okay, so having said that, the question back to you again is, do you have a self-development roadmap, a growth roadmap for yourself? It's already mid-year. Now it's already June, right? What were your goals? Have you set your goals? Yeah, how far are you into your goals? How far are you into this roadmap? Okay, think about that. And yeah, so if you want to actually take action, I'm actually running a webinar, free webinar, right, on the 15th of June. So on the 15th of June, if you can find the link in the description below this video, right, do join us for this free webinar. I'll be sharing with you 3 essential steps, 3 very essential basic steps that you can start to and experience that breakthrough with clarity and confidence, right? With clarity and confidence. So I hope that, by asking you week after week questions, right, to get you thinking, would encourage you to move into investing in yourself and getting more aware about what are your sabotaging behaviors, so that you can break those cycles. All right, break the cycle and be free, right? Be free from being paralyzed by fear. My vision is to see women living out your dreams. See women living out your dreams and creating a positive impact in your own sphere of influence. So many of the women in Women of Courage Asia community are living their dreams. They are, I see them one by one breaking out from their fear and doing the things that they are passionate about. That itself is priceless. That itself is priceless. Stop being troubled by and struggling with procrastination, right? Some of you are maybe trapped in relationship that always ended up in fights and arguments. Again, start with awareness, right? What is that growth roadmap for you? First thing, start with awareness. How are your personality like? How about your loved ones? How are their personality like? Right? If you understand each other, how each other are being wired, how each other think, feel, and behave, right? What are their fears? What are their longings? What are their automatic coping mechanism because of the need? With those understanding and awareness, you'll be able to become a better communicator, right? And therefore build healthier relationships. What about your finance? What about your time? What about your health? So these are areas that you want to look into for yourself, not for anyone else, but for yourself, just for yourself. Okay, so here's just a very quick sharing today to get you working on your brain thinking, right? I know we all invest in physical workout, but here I am challenging you to work on your mindset. Work on your mindset. Right. So enjoy your lunch, continue to enjoy your lunch, and I'll see you next week at our weekly lunchtime chat. Right. And I also hope to see you on the 15th of June at the share with our friends. All right. Share with female friends. Right. My passion is to reach out to women. So yeah, I hope to see more of you breaking free from your fears and living a life of courage. Till then, subscribe to the channel, right? Share it, the Facebook page, as well as the YouTube channel, Voices of Courage Asia. See ya. Bye. Enjoy your lunch.